I was pretty happy with the blog post this past weekend, guys. And in this video, we're going to talk all about that, plus answering all of your questions from the mailbag. Yeah, it is Monday. And if you're ready for that, guys, sing it with me. Missed a whole lot of money going broke. Missed a whole lot of money going broke. Let's go smash it, guys.
ValleyFlyin.
What is up, Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. I hope you guys had a great weekend. A lot of questions in the mailbag, guys. I am catching up. There's a lot of stuff going on in Marvel Strike Force, so let's get to all of these. A lot of questions to answer. I'm going to keep these answers as short as possible, but I do want to make one announcement from LootCakes. They did pick the winner of that $100 giveaway, and they've reached out to that person via email, but they have not heard back. They're going to draw a new person on Friday if they don't hear back from you. So if you've signed up for LootCakes, make sure you guys are checking your emails. But let's get to these questions, guys. Boom. All right. First questions. I love your videos. Can't handle the looping background music. Can you please eliminate it from your videos? I can't unhear it anymore, and long videos while wearing earphones become unpleasant, so I don't watch them anymore. Valley, please don't make me unsubscribe to you. So I've had a lot of positive feedback about that song, but if it's getting a little old, I know I've used that background music for a while. Let me know what you would rather hear. I don't know. I'm looking for something with no copyright sound or and something that's long. You know, sometimes the video goes about an hour. So if you guys want to hear something different or just no sound, let me know in the comments what you guys would want me to do, because yeah, this content is for you guys. And if you guys want no music, if that is the general consensus of the community, then that's what I'm going to do. Next question, guys. ValleyFlyin. I can clear an entire lane for U6. That's because I smash it. Awesome, brother. Also, how many orange mats should I be expect to earn every week, and one from what sources? So the amount is going to vary depending on your alliance level and what you guys are doing together. But off the top of my head, the things that I can think of that generate orange mats are going to be milestones in those World Warrior ones, especially. That's going to be dedicated by the participation of your alliance. You got certain raid nodes. I know in Ultimate 7, I'm not sure if there's in other raids, but I know Ultimate 7 has certain boss nodes that give some orange materials. They have the challenges that they just added some orange mats to, or they increased the orange mats with the 2 new tiers. And then the majority of my orange mats come from the season rewards. And again, those are all up to how well your alliance is doing and participating. Next question. Valley, I know the gold crunch hits everyone in the game, but I think there's a crunch that affects a lot of people way worse. This is the orange ability materials. I've been playing for almost 2 years, 2 hours a day, and have a collection power of 3 million. Never catch up with these orange abilities. I assume almost every character needs at least one orange ability, but most people can't keep up with the 3 to 4 per month. It's probably the most frustrating of all crunches. We're in a deficit in addition to being such an integral part of mid to end game play. I'm curious on your thoughts. So I've pretty much been averaging about 1 T4 ability per week, just based on what my alliance does. And I consider my alliance pretty end game. I think we're always in the top 30 on most of the things. I mean, once in a while we'll be off a little bit, but I'm usually in the top 30 most weeks in all the rankings and things. So with that said, is that enough? I don't know. You outlined the characters here. I think we probably need a little bit more. Maybe 2 a week would be fair. I don't know. What do you think would be a good amount, guys? It does seem a little low, but you know, then on a flip side, I'm like, ooh, this is kind of a game of resource management, so I'm not sure. But it does seem like we need more, especially when you consider all the characters that are being released and the T4s that we need from them. Next question. Let's say Foxnick swapped out Wolverine for a new unfarmable character in the daily missions. Given the choice, who are you wanting the most? I choose Colossus, Ghost Rider, and Coulson. I think those are excellent choices. I like those as well. But I'm going to go with the characters that I think a little more likely, because Wolverine is a very popular character. I know a lot of people like Wolverine, but if you actually look at him as his value in the game, not too valuable. So I think Ghost Rider would be a good addition. I think Elsa would be a good addition. And then maybe some of those Inhumans or Asgardians, I would be very happy with those as well. But yeah, if they put Colossus, Coulson in there to replace it, I definitely wouldn't be mad. Next question. What is up, brother? I have been hoarding orbs for the next orb or milestone event. I have 90 premium, 40 red star, 15 mega, 60 raid, 70. You got a lot. You got a lot there, brother. Any idea on when the next avalanche type milestone would be? So just with that, I'm not sure. Foxnex kind of springs these events on us. And the thing I always say about hoarding, if you need those orbs, then open them right away. I am opening all my gold orbs. I'm opening all my purple gear orbs because I need those. Premium orbs, I don't need them as much. Red star orbs is kind of a dupe fest, so I try not to open them too much, although sometimes my curiosity gets the best of me. Mega orbs, I don't really open those. My raid orbs, I've opened them recently because I added Namor and I wanted some more Namor shards, but most of the time I don't. Blitz orbs I don't open, and so I pretty much do it by that. And orange gear, I haven't opened those in a long time. So with that said, any orb you don't need right away to advance your roster right now, I would just save it. If you need it, if you're an earlier game player and need those premium orbs, you need those red star orbs, don't hoard them. Just open it. In the long run, it's going to be a lot better for you than whatever shards you would get from a milestone. But yeah, if there's orbs you don't need, don't open them. Next question, Valley. I've heard a lot about overly hyped Red Skull becoming a playable character. What is so great about him? Why is everybody hoping he's so great? Well, I think a lot of the hype and the people wanting him in the game is because he's been a non-playable character since beta. He's been in the game since beta and he hasn't been playable. So I think a lot of the long-time players are like, give us Red Skull, give us Red Skull. With that being said, his kit isn't that great nowadays, but the word on the street is he's going to get a rework. I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll see what happens. But I think a lot of the hype with Red Skull is just that he's been in the game for so long and just hasn't been playable. Next question, Valley, what's up, brother? Notice in-game Symbiote Spider-Man is 180 character shard unlock. So this is a question from last Tuesday. This has since been changed to 100 shard unlock. Do you know his release method? This is also in game right now. He's going to be a milestone character similar to Captain Marvel or Coulson. That's pretty much it. And he has an offer in game right now. So that's it. I doubt he'll be released as with the Cyclops milestone starting soon. So Cyclops is going to be looking like a Blitz milestone character, similar to what they did with Mysterio or Namor. So that's what it's looking like for both of those characters, and they both look like they're milestone characters. Next question, Valley. I joined Discord to ask multiple requests. All right, watch all your videos. Thank you, brother. Any chance you making some videos on alpha, beta, and gamma raids? The recommended teams. Also be interested in a resource management video. Your thoughts on how you spend gold. All right, so I could talk about how I spend gold. Resource management, just in general, build the teams that you use a lot. I know it's super vague. And as far as the Greek raids, I don't know if I would be the best person to make a video about that. My roster is pretty end gamey, so I'm not sure what are the other teams that you could use to pass those nodes. I just kind of bulldoze them right now, and most of it's on auto, so I don't know if I'd be the best person. But as far as gold, if I have a lot of gold, I'm trying to get up to that 1 million milestone and just stopping right there and saving it for the next day. I know a lot of people are just hoarding all of their gold for when these milestones come out so they could maximize their milestones as quick as possible. I'm spending my gold every day. I need my roster built up for arena and raids and all the different content I'm trying to pass, especially the new challenge tiers, which are insanely difficult. So I'm spending my gold, but yeah, you could save it because we apparently have some Symbiote Spider-Man milestones coming up. But yeah, long question, and I know it's not the answer you're looking for, but it's an honest answer, brother. All right, next question, ValleyFlyin first. I don't really worry about the boycott players not buying the Cyclops offer, but after running into Cyclops and Blitz in arena and hearing his weird scream after Dark Phoenix Summon, I've changed my stance. Want to stand with the rest community in the boycott. Is it possible to add Cyclops' weird cries from the list of demands? Is it possible? Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be a huge priority for myself or a lot of the community, but if that's something you want, definitely send in a support request. But I think there's a lot bigger issues that Foxnex needs to solve than the screaming of Cyclops. I personally don't play with sound, and I haven't unlocked Cyclops. So I haven't seen that yet. Next question. If you go into arena and set Star-Lord as the middle tune and put Hulk just to the left of him, or left, Star-Lord's right, it looks very obscene. Do you think Foxnex did this on purpose? This was a bug that is from a while ago. I've showed this in previous videos. I don't think I need to highlight it more. You guys could go in and do that in game, but it also works with other characters. Back in the day, they used to do this with female characters instead of just Star-Lord, but you could go in and try it for yourself. I'm not going to show it in this video. ValleyFlyin was wondering your thoughts on the new data mines about Cyclops being a orb release character through blitzing. I thought they said they were going to reduce dead time in the game, not making a character release that we have to go all out in blitz. So I personally think this is not having to go all out in blitz. For me, having to go all out in blitz is winning a lot of battles at 8.3, and those are tough matchups, finding the right matchups. This, I think, is a little different. I know not everybody will think this is different because it's still time that you have to spend in a game, but to me, winning a low tier blitz that you could auto is very different than having to, spend the time to really think about each blitz match at 8.3. So I don't mind this. I might be in the minority, but yeah, this is definitely not good for reducing low quality time. So I hope they find another solution. I actually think this was something that they implemented before all this boycott talk happened, and they just kept it. With that said, I don't think they would be doing this too much in the future if reducing low quality time is their goal. Next question. This is a long one, guys. This is actually about bringing a tune from 5 to 6 red stars. Currently have Phoenix and Captain Marvel at 4 red star, and trying to find the most beneficial way to bring them from 5 stars so they can see them pop in your store as a 6 red star purchase. Basically the ways you mentioned here are the only ways. Open a red star and hopefully get some crazy good RNG, or saving those 300 promotion credits. You mentioned those increased chances, and usually the 10% across the board happens when it's a new character, which Phoenix and Captain Marvel unfortunately are not. When they bring them back as an increased chance, that chance, just like you mentioned here, only increases the tier 1 to tier 4 red stars right now. So with that said, probably save your credits until you get a good character that's worth bringing up to 6 star from their 5th red star, or yeah, just hoping for some good luck. I'm saving mine. I did Captain Marvel, but I don't see any character that's valuable enough to bring up, so I'm just saving it. Next question. Is this red star promotion really messing with my head? Or this red star promotion is really messing with my head? I have a 5-star Black Bolt and Cyclops, both with 0 gold stars. Do I wait for who knows how long to get Black Bolt farmable, or should I go with one of my 5 stars already? And he mentions Assault, Security, Okoye, M'Baku, Daredevil, Strange, Black Widow, Sentry, Ant-Man, Mysterio, and all the Fantastic Four. 6 red stars you have are War Machine, Hydra Guard, and Killmonger. So Black Bolt is a very good one, but obviously if you don't have 6 gold stars on him, 6 red stars won't help him. So definitely don't do that yet. You might want to save it for when you do have those 6 gold stars on him. The other one I would maybe consider, I probably wouldn't do it, but I would consider, is Invisible Woman. If you want to go for more of that defensive character. I want to use mine on a more offense character, like a Phoenix, like a Captain Marvel, or a Black Bolt, or someone like that. But Invisible Woman wouldn't be the worst choice, because more having that 6 red star on her will increase her barrier. So maybe if you want to, that's the only one I would consider out of all the ones you have so far. ValleyFlyin, is Fox next going to make Black Bolt locked behind paywall for the 2nd time his event is around? I am not sure. I think the word was he's going to come back in April. Now it looks like February we're getting Colossus and Graviton, in addition to Namor, where he was earlier this month. What is going to happen in March? I don't know. If we're going to get all 3 of the Asgardians, then it may be enough time for people to unlock those characters, get enough shards to unlock Black Bolt, but I am not sure. They would have to have all of them in early March, or even another one released in February for that to happen. So I hope that will happen, but we will have to see. Next question. Hey, mate, quick one. In the middle of building 2 teams for Fear the Darkness, have 8 out of 10 needed. So not sure if you're talking about Fear the Darkness, because Fear the Darkness, you actually don't need 5 characters to take in there. And if you have your characters ready, then take them in right now. If you're talking about Dark Dimension 3, which I don't think has a name yet other than Dark Dimension 3, you're actually going to need 15 tunes. And if you're talking about Dark Dimension 3, I would wait. I would wait right now. You can take them to gear 13 if you want, but I would wait in taking any of the characters to gear 14, just because we don't know the exact rewards yet. We've seen a few things in data mines, and we'll have to see. So I would just wait, save all your resources right now. But if you're talking about Fear the Darkness, which is Dark Dimension 2, don't wait. You don't need these two. Just go in right now. You're good with what you have, brother. Next question. Thank you for the great content. I have a question. Is Brotherhood able to beat defenders at around the same power level? I tried them in Blitz and lost, or do you have order of attacks to focus on? So back in the day, there were 3 meta teams: Brotherhood, Shield, and the defenders. And it was kind of a rock, paper, scissors where Brotherhood could beat Shield, Shield could beat defenders, and defenders could beat Brotherhood. So you're kind of in a losing battle there. Now, if you're able to take out Jessica Jones very early on, the Brotherhood's gonna walk over the defenders. But if you're not, then they're gonna struggle. So use that mystique on Jessica Jones. If she dies, you're good. If she doesn't die, the battle's gonna be tough. So yeah, they weren't meant to be a defender's counter. Next question. Enjoy your content. Thanks for what you do. Been thinking about the character release cadence. Had a thought occur to me. Not defending Fox next by any stretch, but what if the reason they're holding back characters right now is so they can have characters to release when new campaigns come out by 9+ newly farmable characters over the next few months? What do you think? I hope that's what they're waiting for. I'm very curious to see what happens this month when they release that Heroes campaign, see if it's just the orange gear that they were talking about, or if it's also some of these previously unfarmable characters. I would be very happy. I think the rest of the community would be very happy if they release some of these characters on the nodes in Heroes, and that would give us a lot of promise for what's upcoming with the villain campaigns in the next month, and then the Nexus campaigns in the month after that. So we'll have to see. I hope your suggestion is right, brother. The next question. Greeting from a Texan in Norway. What is up, brother? You are far from home. All right, love your show. Quick question about the 6 red star upgrade currency. Would you consider Graviton a good candidate for upgrade? I have a 5 red star, and I'm hoping you'll be a good candidate. I use my aim team in most game modes and have most of them at tier 12 and 13. So with that said, the usage just definitely seems like it's there for that aim team, so that would qualify. Now, Graviton is pretty good. He's a good damage dealer. So with that in mind, I think he is a good upgrade. Now, do keep in mind, if you don't have that 6 gold star on him, I don't have that 6 gold star on him. So if you don't have that 6 red star is not going to make any difference whatsoever. And I would just hold right now. He should be becoming farmable in the war store sometime this month, and you can start to build them up. And once you have that 6 gold star, then you could do that, and he would be a great addition to that aim team. But before that, just wait. Maybe you'll get a different character in a lucky red star pull, like a Captain Marvel or Phoenix. That's whatever. But yeah, Graviton's not the worst choice, but just make sure you have that 6 gold star in him before you do anything. Next question. Until recently, Things passive seems to land damage as described in the kit. Each time it was preceded by the knuckle cracking animation. Neither seems to be happening anymore. Can you test and verify? So I just tried a blitz test, blitz match before this with a Fantastic Four. The animation, I have not seen that for a while. I don't remember when is the last time I saw that animation, but from what it appears, it looks like the damage is being done there. No animation or anything. So it may just be a visual bug, but I do see the damage numbers indicate whenever anybody attacks things. Next question. I have not unlocked Sif. I was busy when the 2 blitzes were going on. Would you say 6 red stars Venom is a good substitute for war defense on the Asgardian team? Who else would you recommend? If not, also got a 6 red star Thor maxed out. Oh my goodness, I would hate to see your team on defense. I don't think Venom is a good substitute. Sif is the protector of that team, so I think the natural suggestion would be Merc Riot Guard until you get Sif up to that level, if of course that Merc Riot Guard is built up enough to kind of match the rest of your Asgardians. If you're looking to do another character, I don't know how good your Carnage is, but Carnage and Hela, that combo with all the debuffs spread, all those bleeds on pretty quickly into battle is very, very deadly. So that may be a good substitute if you are if you have a pretty good Carnage. So maybe, but you know what, with that said, I don't even know if the AI would use that right if they're on defense. So try it out, let me know how that goes. But I think Merc Riot Guard is the better way for the AI to handle that defensive situation. Next question. So I'm understanding this correctly, their fix for red stars is adding challenge tiers to the old challenges that make it possible for only people with the best rosters to get these extra red star orbs. That is such an awesome fix. Thank you so much. I think you're being sarcastic. You're right. I should probably ask a question that makes the video, right? How's your mom? My mom is doing well. I hope your mom is doing well as well. The rest of your family. I hope all your guys' families is doing well, guys. But yeah, this is not a solution. They did talk about some other solutions in the blog post that they're kind of not sure what they want to do with red stars. They do realize it's a problem. They want to fix red stars before they bring a new game mode like ISO 8 or a new feature like ISO 8 into the game. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, this is not the fix they're talking about. I think this is just some good faith estimates. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, they admitted this is not the fix that they're talking about. Next question, guys. Thanks for the content you create. It's really been helpful, not only be by Alliance. I was wondering if there's another way besides the blog posts for knowing when legendary events are coming up. The blog posts are usually provided within a week or that, not enough time to be farming beforehand. So there's some people that track when these legendary events come up and kind of try to predict which is the next one. Fox Next doesn't really make it easy because they don't always go in the same order. They're not really predictable. But I think the reason they only give a week notice of the subsequent times these events come back is so people could panic farm. I think it's a marketing decision that they're making. You know, if you know a legendary event's coming 3 weeks in advance, you could really farm those characters and not spend money. But I think their business model's been to try to prey on the people that really want these characters and don't have enough shards. So that's probably why they do that. Not sure, but that's my opinion. Next question, ValleyFlyin. Am I the only person giggles when I put blind on Daredevil? Ha ha ha. I'm going to heck Arthur M. So the blind doesn't really blind the character. It reduces their accuracy by 100%. Daredevil, if you look at his stats, has 200% accuracy. So even if you blind him, his accuracy is still 100%. So he's still gonna hit. So he's kind of immune to blind, sort of, in that way. But yeah, it still could stick. I think it would just be easier if they said immune to blind, and he cannot be blinded. But yeah, he's kind of immune to blind as it stands in the game right now. Next question, ValleyFlyin. Are there Inhumans worth investing in if you don't have Black Bolt? I have a 26k powered Quake, 11k power Yo-Yo. My other two are at 5k. So Quake has some good standalone value on that shield team. So does Yo-Yo. You could pair them together and make a pretty good team with them if you surround them with shield agents. Black Bolt is really what makes that Inhumans team. So I don't know if Crystal, Karnak are really worth investing in until you have Black Bolt. So if they come out and say the Asgardians are farmable and you could really get Black Bolt on the next legendary event, then start building those other two. But until then, probably just focus on Quake and Yo-Yo right now. Next question. I didn't get Black Bolt the first time around. I did manage to get Karnak and Crystal, nowhere near the power of my Quake. Basically the team that you have them on, let me skip ahead so it's not a long question, has Coulson, Medic, Hawkeye, Quake, and it used to be Captain America, but now it is Yo-Yo. I'm pleased with the results so much. I wish they would release Melinda May or Mac for Shield, Gorgon and Medusa for Inhumans, so I could keep Quake and Yo-Yo on Shield. What do you think of the odds of this happening? Do you think this combination or similar one would work for people who have Yo-Yo but unusable Inhumans team? So I actually like that team. That team really sounds good. And for the person with the previous question, that is a good way that you can use Quake and Yo-Yo. But as far as the likelihood of them releasing Melinda May or Mac or Gorgon, Medusa, I think eventually they should come to the game if you look at a long enough time frame. But if you're talking in a shorter time frame, maybe in the next 3 months, I have not heard anything about them. I don't hear all of the rumors. There are a lot of surprises when some characters get announced, but I'd say it's slow. It's low for the next 3 months. Let me just say that. I don't know, but I haven't heard anything about them. ValleyFlyin, I have noticed that most of the issues being brought up at a community boycott include red stars, orange mask, gold, character cadence, communication, etc. Major issue I'm having is T4 ability mats. There are currently 125 characters in the game, 32 minions with 3 to 4 T4 abilities each. That is 468 potential abilities that can be T4'd. All right, that is a lot. And if we're doing 1 a week, that is 4 a month. We multiply that by 12 months, that is 48 T4s a year. Yeah, when you put the numbers like this, it does seem very low. I do think it is something that they should fix, maybe doubling it, maybe giving us more T4 abilities in other places than just the season rewards, because that's the primary way it is now. But you know, like I said, on the previous question, on the flip side, this is kind of a game of resource management, so I'm not sure where I stand on this one. But you know, I don't think giving us the ability to T4 2 abilities per week would break the game, especially considering the current backlog of characters that don't have fully T4'd. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad if they made it up to 2 per week that we could do. It would still have a backlog, but it would ease up at least some of these new characters a little bit that needs these T4s. Next question, what's going? Do you think red stars would be better if they changed the bonuses for red stars? 1 red star, 2% is useless, but if all the red stars were worth 10%, it would be a more balanced system. So one of the big criticisms of red stars, where there's 2 main ones, the RNG, which people still talk about, but the thing that a lot of people don't talk about, including myself, is that ramp up, that progression of these red stars. Very, very valuable at 7 stars, not very valuable at all at 1 star. So I think the big complaint when red stars first came out was the RNG plus this huge benefit that you get. Because if it was RNG, but let's say the max benefit you get for these red stars were like 10%, it wouldn't be that bad because, you know, the RNG wouldn't be screwing us. Or if you had this ramp up and it was no RNG at all, totally dictated by you, I don't think there would be that big of an issue. But when you combine these two, that is what really skews this whole system. So if they change the way these ramp up, maybe gave it 10% each level, you know, 1 star is 10%, 2 stars 20%, 3 stars 30%, that wouldn't be as bad of a ramp up to make that 7 star like super insane. I don't know. I think there's many ways that could fix it, but this is definitely something that needs to be fixed. That ramp up is so inconsistent right now. Next question, ValleyFlyin, just want to say that I appreciate and thoroughly enjoy your videos. Keep up the good work, man. Focus is on you. From the entire roster, what is your favorite basic, special, ultimate, and passive ability? All right, there's a lot of good abilities in the game, guys. When I think of basic, there's the first one that comes to my mind is way old school Quake with her slow on her basic. That is one of my personal favorites, but it's so old school. There's probably a lot that I'm forgetting. One of the newer ones that sticks in my head, though, is Black Bolt by removing those 2 positive effects, plus that huge damage. Plus, he's a great character, so I like that one a lot. Specials, we got a lot of good ones, and the one that I'm using a lot pretty much every day is Falcon Special for that speed. Like I said in previous videos, I use them in every single game mode nowadays. So Falcon's getting a lot of work. Doctor Strange is crazy. Who could not like that Winds of Watum? Moro has a crazy one with the ability to stun someone on turn 1. Jeez. And then Spider-Man is so dead. All those defense downs. Ultimates. My favorite ability in this game has to be Mr. Sinister's clone. That's my favorite ultimate ability. Black Bolt has a good one with this huge AoE damage, and then when you combine that with his passive, super strong. Dark Phoenix, obviously the big battle ender for most cases. That is a very good ultimate as well. And passives, we got a lot of good passives, but the ones that stuck in my head when I was thinking of this, Yo-Yo, obviously one of the best protecting type passives nowadays, but with that offense down. Phoenix has a good one by calling Dark Phoenix when normal Phoenix dies, so that's always a good one. And then Black Panther with his 100% speed bar every time an enemy is killed. That's a very fun one. There's a lot of good ones, but those are the ones that stick in my head, guys. I hope let me know in the comments which ones you guys like best. Next question, with the new challenge tiers being released, is there a reason why they won't increase the pre-existing rewards on some of the challenges? Medical supply, no new amount of blitz charges or raid heals, and the number of Elite 4 frags as feels like an insult. I would agree with you. The juice is not worth the squeeze, and there's a couple potential reasons, and I'll throw them out there. You guys can decide. The first one is greed. The second one is maybe they just forgot about all the other stuff, and the third one is maybe they think that adding too much of the stuff into the economy will throw off the game's balance. So I don't know. Those are the 3 that popped into my head. Let me know what you guys think is the most likely scenario why they're not adjusting some of this content. ValleyFlyin, this has nothing to do with MSF, but could you tell us about the time that you were a stand-in for Jason Momoa? What is he like in person? So this was back in the late 90s, so this was a long time ago. He was younger, I was younger, and our body types were very similar. Mine's is kind of the same now, but he's gotten a lot more jacked than he was back then. But I was working the writing department, and they came up to me and said, hey, we forgot to shoot this scene with Jason. We need to get the coverage. We need you. Can you do this? So I looked at my boss, because I was an assistant at the time in the writing department, and he said, yeah, go do it. So they dressed me up. We looked so similar, and what they ended up filming was a picture that they needed for the scene, and then my hand. So even though they had me dress all like him and I look like him, they just what ended up being used was just a picture, and it was just my hand. You can't even see anything else. So that's the time. Pretty uneventful, but he's a pretty cool guy. Haven't met him a lot, but he's pretty cool, chill, from what I remember. Next question. What's up, brother? Shout out from the Netherlands. Shout out from Texas, brother. All right, I have a question for you. I do not have a Captain Marvel or Minerva or Scientist Supreme at 5 red stars, but I do have a Groot and Rocket at 5 stars. Is it worth getting them both up to 6 red stars? Fist bump from Phoenix. All right, Groot I would not use. I like Groot because of his death proof, his defense up, his cleansing that he does on your team. I don't think that's worth the 6 red star upgrade. Rocket, I find myself not using him as much in this later game of that I'm playing right now. So if you are using Rocket a lot and do plan to be using Rocket for the next few months, I think it will be worth it. Just realize that once you get to a bigger roster with some of these other characters, you're probably not going to be using him as much. So with that in mind, if you want to still use it on that character, then do it. If you want to wait for a better character, then I would probably end up waiting. Next question. ValleyFlyin, love the channel. Somehow I have saved up a ton of cores. What is the best way to spend them? How do you spend them? Best way, I don't know. I'll tell you how I spend them though. I spend them on energy. Get all those 50 core refreshes on energy every day, even if just farm gear, farm shards, all that stuff. When there's that event, like that crystal event that just ended, when that is going on, I'll refresh those up to 50 every day as well, because they're limited and I want to try to get as much of those shards, because I don't know when crystals are going to become farmable. So I'm spending on those as well. And then once in a while, if I have enough cores saved up and I'm short a few shards of a newer character like a Karnak or a Crystal and their orbs are available in the store, I'll buy that to try to get them up to the next star level. Other than that, I don't spend the cores just on those things. And that's pretty much all I do with my cores nowadays, guys. I still have a few characters with 0 red stars. Is it worth spending promotion credits, getting the 1 red star, or saving them up for higher upgrades on other characters? So think about what you're doing with the 1 red star. You're not getting a lot of benefit because it's not a huge percentage boost, but what it will allow you to do is get a 2 red star promotion showing up for that character in the store. And then once you get that, you could get a 3. And then if they give an offer for some more of these promotion credits, you could get a 4 star upgrade for your character. And that's kind of what you want to go in with a mindset in buying these upgrades in the store. If you don't intend on taking them, at least the 4, 1 star is not really going to make a difference. So you can do it just for that annoyance of not seeing that 1 red star in a character, but actually will benefit for your roster is not going to be very much with that 1 star. What's up, brother? I recently unlocked Ultron, 7-starred him as well. Was wondering what order the T4 abilities. Ooh, yeah. All right, so Ultron, the way I did his abilities, special was first, passive was second, ultimate was 4th, and then the last was the basic. The basic is not really even that important, but just the completionist in me, I needed to get the basic on him. So yeah, those are the order that I would do Ultron in. Next question. What is up, brother? My alliance doesn't do Ultimate 7 yet, but I got a lucky red star pull with Falcon. We'll be unlocking Ultron soon. Congratulations. So I was wondering, is Tech Wing a team that would be beneficial in Ultimate 6 as well as Ultimate 7? It depends how much of that you auto. I don't find Ultron a very good auto character, because even if you do auto most of the battle with him, at the last minute, you need to come in and watch to make sure his cooldowns are good. If you're just going to go fully auto, BKT is still the best in that Ultimate 6. So it depends what you are doing, how far along in Ultimate 6 you are. If you're playing that every day, then yes, bring Falcon in, start to work on your Tech Wing. But if you're just trying to auto it because it's so easy for you, I find that BKT was the easiest auto team for that raid. Next question. What is going on, Smash and brother? A few things I want to see run by you for a better path forward on this platform. Couldn't Fox Tank make the second blitz of a new character the same as the first, increasing the shards of a new character? Yes, they could. I don't know why they don't do that. I mean, I do know why, but they should do that. Next question, make the third run in Dark Dimension 2 give out more rewards. So this was something I actually mentioned to Casino in a news video either last week or the week before. You know, maybe once a month, giving minimal rewards, but if you've already been through 2 runs of Dark Dimension 2, you could go back in there on a monthly basis and get some minimal rewards. That way, you know, that content that I don't know how long they spent building, but it's not gonna go to waste, because right now, after that second run of Dark Dimension 2, most people are not gonna go back to Dark Dimension 1 or 2. So this would give it a little more replayability. Increase the gold payouts in all aspects. Yes, totally in favor of that. Increase war rewards. Now, war rewards, I would like to see it increased a lot in conjunction with having it less time. So I would like to see war ideally once or twice a week, but just increase the stakes, increase the rewards. That's my personal opinion. And increase save teams. Oh my goodness. Why isn't this done so long time ago? This is one of the biggest reasons for low quality time in the game it was the lack of the save squad. So yeah, Foxnex, you guys can fix that. Hopefully. Come on. Next question, ValleyFlyin. Do you know the story of Scientist Supreme and a monstrosity that shared the Valentine trait used to unlock Cyclops? Is there a Beauty and the Beast story back in the day we're not aware of with these two? I tried asking Casino earlier, but he's too much of a big shot to entertain the question. I'm probably going to give you the same answer Casino would have. I have no idea. So guys, if you know the comic book lore of these two characters, do they have a history together? Let me know, because I have no idea. Next question. What do you think about Gambit being a future character? Yes. Well, he could have both hero and villain tags. Yes. Yes, do it right now. X-Men and Marauder. I would love it. I would love it. I love this idea. Do it. Fox next. Next question, Mr. Adventure. What are your thoughts on a separate class of character? We have legendary characters, but what about ultra rare characters? So he's talking about getting maybe 10 to 15 tokens every day and kind of getting them at random and during different game modes. I think this would be interesting. I think it would be interesting. Some of the characters you mentioned here, Apocalypse, Professor X, Omega Red, Onslaught, Doc Ock. It would be interesting. It would increase the grindiness of the game. So I wouldn't, I'm not sure how I would feel about that part, but just having a new currency for some new characters, I would love. Next question, with Symbiote Spider-Man, it looks like the Spider-Verse team's slowly getting a little bit better. What do you think is lacking in order for a team to go up there with X-Men or Brotherhood? So one thing, I don't think they're going to be able to compete with X-Men or Brotherhood in Arena. Their kits, they don't really say that to me. Maybe if they added a new character or did some reworks, they could, but it really seems that they're pushing them to be a raid team. And what I think they're really missing from raid is a dedicated healer. I know a lot of them can heal on their own with some drain, with some just passive healing, or a protector. They don't really have a protector. They do have Rhino, but he's kind of in that Sinister Six. He's not really in that symbiote team. So a protector or some dedicated healing, I think would really make them a better raid team. Next question. Hey, Valley, this is a long way off, but what do you think they'll do with Iron Man after his event expires? So his event is not going to expire. It's a permanent event, which is why I don't really consider Iron Man a true legendary character anymore, because his event is always there. So keep building your other teams, and you could keep building Shield in the background. It's not a big deal for Iron Man at this point, unless you're really, really going hard after power armor. Next question. Hey, brother, I hope you had a great weekend. So I bought the Symbiote Spider-Man. It was all in, $150 spent. Oh my goodness. Bought some of the extra offers on top that help us get gear him a bit. Did for my channel for review. Anyways, notice when I had the entire team together, synergy numbers were super low. Not like you see with Defenders, Sinister Six, Guardian team. You think it's bugged or it's supposed to have synergy, horrible synergy. I don't think they have horrible synergy. I just don't think they have those dedicated like synergy things that pull up those tags. So they were a little disappointing to me when I saw the footage of the this new symbiote team. So I don't know, let me know how they play out if you guys have Symbiote Spider-Man or are using this team. I was not super impressed of their actual performance in that footage. So that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe to the channel, smash on that like button, join the notification squad, tell all your friends, share this with everybody. Check out some of the links down below that support the channel. BlueStacks, it is my favorite emulator. There's a sale going on at TeePublic. Valley merch, get your Valley merch. I think it starts on the 11th, so it starts tomorrow, guys. So check the store out there if you want to stock that up on that, and check me out on social media. I'll see you guys next time. Hog fist bump, baby.
ValleyFlyin up!